In this video, we'll be showing you how to update your Fivetran connector to have better control over scheduling. Let's dive right in. So I'm going to start off this video inside of Fivetran and show first off the connector that we're going to change and then the settings that you can currently do inside of Fivetran so that we can talk about how we can change those later on. So we're going to work with this Google Sheets solution video test again. If I go over to the setup tab here, you can see that the sync frequencies that you can set are 15, 30, an hour, 12 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, so on and so forth. But you can't do anything in between, and you can't do anything before 15 minutes. But with the power of Shipyard, we allow you to do any kind of sync frequency that you would like. So let's talk about how we can do that. So let's jump into Shipyard. And so what we want to do is search for the Fivetran vessels. We want to do our update connector here. So we click that. It's going to pop up with a pop-up that's going to allow you to go through our Fivetran authorization guide, where it shows how you can get the API key and API secret, so that you can fill those in whenever you're doing this on your own. So I'm going to close that for right now. I'm going to rename this vessel to update connector. And again, I need to input my API key and API secrets that I mentioned from before. And my connector ID is this oxymoron ratio that I was given from Fivetran. And so we have multiple options here, but we're just going to set this set schedule type to manual. So what that's going to do is it's going to change it so Fivetran will not run on the schedule that it has inside of your Fivetran setup. So the only way that your Fivetran sync will begin is if you set it up inside of Shipyard or any other API call. So we want to keep the connector state, and then you can trigger a historical sync if you would like, but we're going to leave that to no change for currently. So with this setup, what this is going to do is, like I said, it's going to change it so you can only do syncs inside of Shipyard. So we're going to go ahead and name our fleet Fivetran update connector. Scheduling control. Okay. So now we can do save and finish here. This is going to take us to a page that's going to tell us that our fleet has been created successfully. And we're going to go ahead and click run your fleet. So we can do on-demand runs like we're doing here. That we also have the ability to use triggers. This would not be a fleet that you would want to do a trigger for. This is going to be one of those one-time run to kind of change your settings, and you can do things off of that. And so now we're taken to our fleet log here. And you can see our Gantt chart shows that that the vessel has began run, and you can see on the bottom we have a table also showing that information. And so you can see it's succeeded. I can click on that to go to the output here, and you can see all the things that we inputted and sent to the Fivetran API. And you can see the following changes were made here, that the schedule type is manual. So what this is going to allow you to do is we also have another video that shows how you execute a sync and check the status. So now that it's a manual schedule type, now inside of Shipyard you can set up that execute sync. You can execute your sync inside of Shipyard, and we allow you to use the triggers that I mentioned before, that you can set those to run in 5-minute increments versus the 15-minute increments that Fivetran allows you to do. So this will open you up to do a myriad of scheduling options that were not previously available to you just inside of Fivetran. If you have any questions about this solution or any other potential solution, use the link in the description to set up a time to chat with our team of data experts. You can go to shipyardapp.com to start building powerful workflows just like this for free. Want to see us tackle more solutions? Check out these related videos.